design friends. I'm Cindy Allen, editor-in-chief of Interior Design. And today in the C-suite, I'm talking with my good friend, Brad Somberg, CEO of B&N Industries, a designer and manufacturer of innovative and intelligently engineered solutions that create purposeful and beautiful spaces. And don't we all just love that? Now, what I love about these special shows, it gives us all an opportunity to really hear the story of B&N Industries. Like, do you know what the initials mean? Are you going to hear? And we'll discuss their design ethos and the pillars that make them so unique to the market. And you'll hear all about Brad's vision for the future and their commitment to design always. And we love that. Hi, Brad. How are you?
Good morning, Cindy. Thank you for such a wonderful opening. Great to see you.
First of all, you think of B&N Industries and it feels big and powerful and corporate. But B&N stands for something quite different. Tell everybody.
It does, actually. It stands for Bernice and Norman, which is my late mother and father.
I love that. I mean,
yeah,
family businesses are something really special when they can get it right. And it feels like passing over to you this idea of change and innovation and design and love of design is that you're always getting it right.
Yeah, it just feels natural and organic and genuine, and that's how I was brought up, and that's what I instill in the brand and exactly how we try to run the organization.
The company is going to be 50, right?
The company is going to be, yeah, it is going to be 50, and I've been here 43 years.
Amazing. Just for the viewers out there, this is a company that has always been so sensitive to change and innovation. And you are a design company like now, but that was very much pioneering as you were like moving closer, like almost from retail fashion to us, right?
Wow.
And we think of the world now and all the segments and how they're all merging, but they weren't back then, right?
No, they weren't. They were very much compartmentalized.
Right.
When I worked for retail, and had
Right.
blinders on to the rest of the world.
Right.
And that has changed, as you just mentioned, dramatically. Everything's, but it's why now we're in 6 different segments, and why we are feeling really comfortable in all the segments, because each time we enter a new market, we're like new sliced bread to them, fresh, because the way of thinking that we bring is different than how that market segment grew up.
Right. Which is exciting from both sides, right?
Yeah, it re-energizes my team and myself that what we are so proficient in is so new to so many different people.
Right.
And it's an aha moment for them that they don't have to think of creating their spaces the way they historically have created them.
Exactly. And for everyone out there, so it's, retail, hospitality, workplace, healthcare.
Yes.
And more in the future, who knows?
Yeah, more in the future. It's a big blur right now, as you're aware, as everybody's, trying to reinvent themselves. And our biggest journey right now is in workplace. And that's a curious one with trying to figure out this remote working and what kind of spaces people really want to come back into and what amenities are necessary for all parties concerned.
Yeah, and you also created Jira. Maybe tell everybody about that.
Yeah, crazy. We were, everything happens somewhat organically for us. We were sitting in our conference room during the pandemic, which I'm tired of talking about, and trying to figure out what we had to do for our space. And once we figured out what we had to do our space, we then said, oh my, this is scalable. This makes sense. This does break the pattern of traditional office furnishings and allows people to change the spaces, allows people to add color, reconfigure. And one of the bigger things that we brought is portable power integrated into our workstations or our tables, whereas this, and I'm running it right now on, it's crazy running my computer and the lights on portable power right now.
Right.
Um, so people are not locked into hardwiring desks or places they want to work, and can go just walk off and create a quiet space with a singular piece of furniture and a battery,
Amazing.
which is great.
I have to say that I looked back because I wasn't sure of the date, 2006. Like you started coming into our view
Yeah.
with the like those iconic
Iconic panel.
panels, and
Yeah.
then the infused veneer
Yes.
panels. I remember the Rex Ray, the amazing.
Yes. Well, I love change. Love change, not for the sake of change,
Right.
but for the relevancy of change.
Yeah.
And I've instilled that throughout the organization. So, once again, we're looking at wallpapers and they're beautiful and they're doing wonderful things to it. But I go, oh, wouldn't it be wonderful to have more of a dimensionality to it?
Hmm.
And we had the equipment downstairs, literally, that carves these panels and
Amazing.
cuts them. So we just started playing around and we carved designs, and the creative staff took very traditional patterns, blew them up in scale, and created these amazing, what we called and call iconic panels.
And your collaboration is also key. I know you did something with Chantel Martin too.
Yeah, Chantel, I affectionately call my sister. We've created an incredible bond over the years, and I met her in the streets in Miami during Art Basel one year,
Wow.
and we talked, and I understood who she was before, and then we continued our conversation. She came on board and collaborated with us for a period of time, and then Rex Ray, San Francisco native.
Yeah.
We reached out to his agent, and then we all got together and hit it off. And he ended up creating product designs for us that we interpreted into our product lines. And then Jamie Dury, also we did the same with, and he came
Great.
and actually spoke at one of the conferences for us. So I'm a firm believer in inclusivity of all things that I know nothing of.
I love that. I love that. I mean, but this took you out of maybe the origins of what you were doing or the family was doing, which was a catalog business,
Yeah,
right? And now all of
100%.
a sudden you're doing custom work, big collaborations. That's a big shift.
It was a huge shift, and again, I love the way it happens. Things happen pretty natural for us and organically.
Yeah.
We come at it as a real creative energy, and spend time understanding their brand and partnering with them in such a way that we end up being their creative outlet for all things three-dimensional.
Give us an example of like a good client that you still love working with.
Well, I grew up with Apple, which was incredible. We had 15,
that's a pretty good client.
Yeah, we had a 15-year run with them from
Wow.
store 3, and it taught us so much. Forget what we
Wow.
did with them. It taught us so much.
Mhm.
How important details are, even things that aren't seen to the consumer. You turn something over and it's got to be as beautiful on the back of it as it is on the front of it. And that got instilled in us. We do a lot of business with financial institutions right now.
Could you tell us like A&D design community versus that? Like what's the percentage of the business?
Well, financially, the program business is probably 70% of our business, and the A&D community is 30. Work-wise, is probably reverse, because it's as much effort to do one-offs, even if with stock product, as it is to put a program together.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you for loving the design part.
Oh, you kidding? That's our core now. That's our foundation.
Yes.
It enables us to see how people interpret our product.
Right. Let's talk a little bit about what the company like can really do, because I know that we know the commitment is to design, but let's talk about engineering, because that's a big piece.
It's cool. The easiest sell for, yes, it is, and thank you. The easiest sell for me with new clients is, look what I've done for myself, right? I've created all these product lines with multiple materials that are engineered. It's funny though, you watch some of the creative staff, some of them are industrial designers,
Yeah.
and some of them are, creative director, image director, and the
Right.
industrial designers start out very uh, tactile and engineering and
Uh-huh.
mechanical with it.
Yeah.
We let them go down that path because ultimately they make sure the system works. Then, the senior staff mentors them on softening it and
Mm.
making it more aesthetically
Uh-huh.
pleasing. So it's been quite interesting to watch the evolution of our industrial designers. I would put them in front of any client now, because their aesthetic is they understand it, and obviously from an engineering perspective, they're all experts.
Wow. I imagine it can be super complex because it's a lot of things, right? And so you have to have good like logistics, good systems in place, right? To try to make sure the delivery is efficient and that you get it to the client, all of that.
Yeah,
There's a lot of little things.
it's pretty amazing. I've always believed to surround myself, number one, with people much smarter than myself.
Mm.
When I think about how to serve the end user, it goes all the way to the point of when they receive the goods.
Yeah.
Don't send them a crate that takes hammers and drills and to unpack this. So we actually took it as far as creating puzzle crates that you cut a strap and they come apart like a puzzle. You stack them flat and you can send them back to me for reuse.
So what
So,
products are you or what could you give us a little sneak peek or something that's happening right now?
yeah, you're so cute. I won't give you too much, but we have entered another category that we didn't even know existed,
Hmm.
um,
Hmm.
from a client perspective, and it turns out to be an amazing category with people that want to be creative in how they show their offerings, but have
Hmm.
never had the opportunity to be
Hmm.
seen.
Hmm.
I promise you that shortly I will give you the intel and show you, because it'll be a
Okay.
wonderful, wonderful feature at some point for someone to scratch their head
Oh,
around.
good. Okay, that's
From a
great. I
product
think this
standpoint,
is very unfair of you, but I will
well,
wait.
you got to leave them hanging.
Yeah, exactly. Wait,
From
I
a
want to I want to tell everybody though, because when I was looking through the timeline of the history, you've
yes,
won a lot of Best of Year, which is us, Interior Design Best of Year
yes,
awards, four of them, and they were
yes,
all completely different, which I love.
yes. Well, I'm a Gemini.
Ah, that says it
Multiple
all.
personalities. Well, in all honesty, we creatively don't feel there's anything we can't touch.
Hmm.
We could redesign a toaster if somebody came to us. We could, you know, so we're not pigeonholed ourselves creatively. So it allows us to address things we see in the real world in real time. And they're not always inspired by, gee, can I create the next huge revenue stream by any means. It's all about good design and filling a void where we feel there's a void. And if you do it right and you're original and you're genuine about it, the revenue, people see it and the revenue happens.
Right. I totally agree. What?
And thank you, by the way, and the organization for such incredible support. We love the design awards. I actually have one right up behind me, and I'm so proud of it. It just shows us that the community gets us,
Yeah, they
and
do.
that we're doing things that people understand and are nodding their heads up and down about. And that's all the reward we need.
And
So thank you.
I think Bernice and Norman would be proud of you.
Mm, thank
Yeah,
you.
I really do.
That's probably the best accolade I could ever hear.
Yeah, I wish I met them.
They're amazing people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, look, I want to thank you for your honesty, for your attention to what's happening in the world and how that is changing how you look at design and the business every day, for always innovating and always saying, like, what if we can do this? Big love,
Love
Brad.
you.
Thank you. We
Thank
love
you.
B&N.
Thank you. Bye bye.